So about 3 years ago, a less grizzled, beautiful baby-faced version of me did a video, and it was about this little machine of a microphone. It's the Marantz Professional MPM-1000. I said I was going to come back to it shortly to tell you how I felt about it. Better late than never, I guess. So at the time, I was trying out YouTube, I was trying out podcasting, I was trying out streaming and all that kind of good stuff, and I wanted a microphone that was going to give me a decent sound, but I didn't have a lot of money. I was doing it on a budget, and I guess some things never change. I'm looking at you, budget microphone. So I dug around on Amazon and I found this. At only £50 at the time, not anymore, but it was the MPM-1000, the Marantz condenser microphone. The budget Marantz condenser microphone. I personally at the time said that I'd never heard of Marantz, which is still true to this day. I've since learned that they've got quite a pedigree in making audio equipment, so yeah, it turns out it probably was a steal at the time. So £50 then, 3 years on, is it still a great deal? Let's find out. So in theory, if you're watching this, you basically want to know, how can I spend the least amount of money and get a decent sounding condenser microphone for my podcasts, for streaming, for upgrading the audio on my YouTube videos, any of these things you basically want to know, how do you go about doing it? And I'm here to tell you that you don't do it by buying this. This is the newer NW700. Newer? You're going to find this when you're doing all of your research. You're going to find this a lot on Amazon. Amazon will recommend this to you, tell you that it's a great microphone, and it may well be a great microphone. I have no idea, because I have no idea how to make this sound like a great microphone. I'm an idiot when it comes to this stuff, so all I basically want to do is plug it into the mixer, which is over there, and have decent audio come out of it. What I found with the newer, we had some tinny audio coming out of it. It sounded a little bit, it wasn't warm, and from a condenser microphone you want that warmth, you want that almost choir-like, hall-like, you want it to fill you, you want it to hug you and give you a nice warm aural, A-U-R-A-L. You want it to embrace you in such a way that you can't escape from that big, rich, warm condenser sound microphone. You probably can make this mic sound amazing. I don't know how to do it. It is only £27, but at £27 you need some know-how. I don't have the know-how, and I don't have the wherewithal to go and learn it, so I might as well draw out that £30 in pennies, start skimming it across a lake for all the good it's going to do me. That might sound a little bit better as well. Obviously not at the moment, because we are in lockdown because of the coronavirus. So if £30 gets you a tinny little audio experience, what does £58 get you in 2020? Well, the Marantz. The new was no good to me. In theory, the Marantz, because it's a very, very stripped down and very, very simple microphone, it should, in theory, be no use to me. I shouldn't be able to plug this in, I shouldn't be able to get decent sound from it, I should be in the same boat as the newer. Luckily, no, we're safe with this, we're happy with this, we're joyous even with this. I think that if you paid £100 for this microphone, you might think that the audio sounded pretty good. It sounds okay. You know, you wouldn't be writing home about it, you wouldn't be reporting it, shouting it from the rooftops through this microphone, potentially. You'd kind of be going, it sounds okay. But at the lower price point, I think this becomes a very compelling purchase, because it's £58 and it sounds like it's worth a bit, probably a lot more than that. If you don't know what you're doing, you can probably make this sound even more amazing and even more beautiful, but it sounds fine. So plug this in, crack on with it. Now, I have been using it for 3 years, so I'm here to report some things to you. These are the pros, if you will. First pro, and this is a con to some people, if you look around the outside of this body, you will find a grand total of 0, zilch, zip, nada. Not a single button on this. Not a high pass filter. Don't know what I'm talking about. No decibel boosts, no on and off buttons, nothing. You are plugging this in, it's going to work. You're going to plug it into this at the bottom. There's a little XLR. You get an XLR cable in the box. You get this windscreen in the box. You get a shock mount in the box, and you get a tripod. Little tiny desk tripod that I cannot for the life of me remember where I've put. But you get that in the box. You're straight good to go. You plug that in, you're good to go. How much more awesome could that be? You don't have to know anything, you don't have to do anything, you plug it in, it sounds great out of the box. So this is me just talking into the microphone, and yeah, it's recorded on a different day because I forgot to record this bit, but sounds pretty good. I think we got a little bit of gain on there. You probably hear a little bit of hiss as well because my preamp is awful, but sounds pretty good for what you'll be doing with it. It could sound way better, so if you know how to make it sound way better for me, then give me a little nudge in the comments. But yeah, this is it. There are a few downsides to this microphone, so I'm gonna go over them because this I'm a clear guy. I want you to understand before you go and invest in this microphone that there might be some problems with it. First of all, it's an XLR microphone. There is no USB connector on this specific microphone. You need to plug this into some sort of interface, which will then have a USB that you plug into your computer if you're going to use this for streaming, podcasting, any of that kind of stuff. There is a cousin, brother, almost twin brother of this microphone. It's called the MPM-1000U, and it is available on Amazon right now. It is £48 as of recording this, which is a pretty awesome deal for this microphone. That's probably about what I paid for it, but with the added benefit of you don't need to have an audio interface. It just plugs straight into your computer and away you go. Now, I've personally not used that, but I imagine it looks the same. It pretty much sounds the same from what I can tell. I had a quick click around on some YouTube examples, and yeah, if you don't have access to a mixer and you don't have another way of getting into your computer, absolutely go and buy that. I would encourage you to do that and use our link in the description for that, and the Amazon link at the bottom there. Make us a bit of money and save yourself a bit of money in the long run, probably. So if the XLR thing isn't a deal breaker for you, this bit might be. The low and high ends of this microphone, obviously that means nothing to me, but other YouTubers who reviewed this microphone have said things like gets a bit weird, distorted, interesting, doesn't sound as rich at the lower and higher. There's not enough bass in it, there's not enough va-va-voom, I guess is the high-end equivalent of bass. I don't know. I don't really understand the intricacies of audio frequencies, if we're being honest. So what you can glean from that is, and what I've gleaned from that is, if you are a professional, you're trying to record stuff, if you're just trying to lay down some quick vocal recordings, some nice audio tracks, some podcasting, anything like that, this is perfect for it. If you're trying to do anything a bit more professional, you might be out of luck on this one, unfortunately, but you can spend a bit more money, maybe get something a bit better. I'm not the guy to recommend that, but somebody out there will. But if you've only got a YouTube channel with 106 subscribers, 107 if you click the thing just down there, just click that. So to round it all up is the Marantz MP-1000 microphone, condenser microphone, if you will, that's what it's called. Is it a solid investment in 2020? The price has risen by £10. I think it's still worth it. It's £60 at the moment on £58, something like that at the moment on Amazon. I think it's still worth it in 2020. I myself would buy another one of these in all honesty, if I was kitting out if I was on a budget and I was trying to kit out a little bit of a podcast studio, like an enthusiast studio or something like that, then absolutely I would buy one of these. I'd grab one, and yeah, it's robust enough. Like I say, I've been using it every day. Well, not every day, but I've been using it quite a lot for the last 3 years. It's built strong. Nothing seems to have disintegrated on it. Obviously, it is plugged in. It's on one of the extendy arm things over there. But yeah, everything about it is solid, and I'm very happy with it. Even the XLR cable that came with it hasn't had any issues. No fraying, no weirdness. It's all a fairly decent, and only decent. Let's not go crazy and start saying it's an amazing microphone. It's good for the money. It absolutely is good for the money, but it's decent at best. So it sounds good, looks good, might be the perfect purchase for preventing plosives on your podcast. I wrote that and I feel dirty having wrote that. There you have it. It turns out that in 2020 you can go ahead and buy this microphone, and it turns out that you, me, anybody on YouTube can say flippantly in a video 3 years ago that I will do a follow-up video on this, then subsequently wait 3 years and then put out said video, and if you've got this far, it means that you've watched it all the way to the end, so you have just enjoyed something 3 years in the making. I've enjoyed making it. If you've enjoyed watching it, please hit that little thumbs up below me. That really helps us out, and that gives me cause. It gives me validation in these tough times at the moment. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.